Hi, I'm Joan Newcomb, and today's morning musings is of death and dying. I'm doing a series of daily morning musings, and I'm using posts to my blog, Adventures in Density and Effort, as inspiration. Now, I wrote these a while ago, and the world has completely changed since then. Most of my information is evergreen. However, if I encounter anything that is completely out of date, I will give you the most recent information, and at the end, I will summarize the topic based on what's going on in the world today. Also, I have some special offers, so stay tuned to the very end to see what they are. Of death and dying. This morning, my husband asked me about this person who had had a stroke. I'd had a visitation by them the last weekend, which alarmed me. I thought they had passed. It turned out that they were in a medically induced coma, so I assumed they're flying free of their body while it rests and recovers. Today, I saw this person reaching upward with longing. There are many ways to interpret this. It could be that he's still deciding whether to stay or to go. Almost everyone I've heard who has had a near-death experience hasn't wanted to come back. It's too joyous and too wonderful there. They are always told that it is not their time. They still have much left to do. I could interpret what I saw was that this person, the being or essence of them, wishing to remain in the all that is. But it may not mean that they are actually dying. But I was wondering if I saw it through the body's ethics. Bodies want to live. Bodies think that a long life is the best life. Bodies are uncomfortable with dying. It freaks them out. As spirit, consciousness, essence, we are neutral since we never die. Letting go of the body is as effortless as getting out of the car. We know we'll have another physical vehicle after this one. As non-physical, there is no time or space. Everything is existing at once, so any lifetime occurs in the blink of an eye, whether you're 100 or 36 or 3 months. There's no good or bad about the length of time or the timing of your exit. It's always full and complete and satisfying. When I've read families who've had a child that died, even a miscarriage or a stillborn, the being is always still part of that family unit. They're in their light body rather than a physical one. Sometimes they even take an angelic role with the rest of the family members. With the person who had a stroke, who is still unconscious even though they were taken off the medication, I wonder whether their dying would fulfill a greater purpose than living. I wonder about the reverberative effect on their friends, family, and community if they passed. I remember when Princess Diana was killed. I looked at it energetically and saw her instantly become a million stars, which meant to me that her energy spread around the planet to all the lives that she had touched. I saw that she'd done what she had come to do, which was to change the direction of the British monarchy. It had taken an awful lot of energy to fulfill that purpose, and she was complete with it. I'm not so clear on other people's passing, but I feel that everyone goes when it's their time, and everyone is still here as consciousness at the same time. We're all connected as essence, so we're never separated, whether one person is alive in body or the other one's body has died. I also see that we have a gestational process when we die. If we die slowly of an illness, we complete that process while still in physical form. If someone dies suddenly, you may feel them hanging around while they finish things up. My mother-in-law passed in January, and I've been feeling her a lot lately. I think it's an anniversary time for her. Last July, she moved herself from an independent living retirement community to an apartment in the city, and it started a downward trend for her, even though a physical illness didn't manifest till September. I think the being made the decision this time last year, which is why I'm feeling her now. We think of time progressing linearly, but energetically it looks like a spiral. People who are non-physical are outside the bounds of time and space, and yet it seems that they are in their own spiral as well. Our rings touch at anniversary points, and also at physical points sometimes, like when they were buried or when they were born. I'm in an interesting process with my mother, who's been on home hospice for lung cancer since December. Because she has Alzheimer's, she doesn't remember she has cancer. We haven't told her she's dying because she doesn't have the emotional filters to process that information. As a being, she set the process in motion a good 15 months ago, but her body is taking its own sweet time about it, since no one gave her the memo. She's happy and active, even as things supposedly progress. She's already surpassed several time expectations, and I'm curious to see how this continues. On the other hand, I learned about another relative who does not have dementia, was given 3 to 6 months. It's too bad she has a timeline. It just adds to what she has to deal with. I'd like to think she defies the odds as well, but my inner sense is that that she may go more quickly because she was told the statistical average. My husband reminded me of when we were at a funeral some years ago for a man he'd known. We both had the strong impression that the man was in a very happy place, an odd juxtaposition with all who had gathered to mourn him. As spirit, we're ecstatically happy and free, even while manifesting through a body. Our body may feel sad or depressed or scared, but as spirit, we're amused and excited, even delighted. When our bodies die, we become fully non-physical. It feels like we're reunited with all that is, although in reality, we're never separate. It's a wonderful experience. It feels sad to us that remain in body because our bodies think that when someone dies, they're gone. It's hard to reconcile the body's intense pain around dying with our spirits knowing how miraculously special that is. Almost every reading I've done for someone who is dead, they show me the astronaut's backward flip, like what you see on TV when an astronaut is in zero gravity. The dead person is showing me how much fun they're having on the other side, how much easier it would be for us if we could see death as a birth back to spirit, how comforted we can be if we know that they're not really gone. Anytime you think of someone who's died, you're having a visit with them. Talk to them as if they're there. Imagine it as a bad cell phone connection where they can hear you, but you can't fully hear them. They're usually pleased that someone's finally acknowledging them. The more you practice connecting with deceased loved ones, the easier it becomes. The more you realize that you are consciousness and view life as the infinite and unlimited you that you are, the less effortful life is. It's possible to live this life with our joyousness integrated into form, but few of us realize it. I'm receiving communication from the all that is that we're on the verge of transformation. Just step into your new level and you are there. On this new level, the veils are thinner. We feel constantly connected. On this new level, you will know that you are pure joy. Just do it. Don't think, don't hesitate, just do it. And if you've had an experience like this, please leave me a comment below. I love to read your comments. So actually, I find this very comforting to read right now. I have a couple of family members that are struggling with illness, and I'm just there to care manage basically and assist with all the details to do with medical appointments and insurance stuff and skills that I've gained since taking care of my mother and also taking care of my brother and then his wife. My brother, who had a stroke 6 years ago, is not the person that's referenced in this article, and his wife, who has breast cancer and is now on kind of a watch and wait break from chemo. And these two new people I'm care managing, I don't know their journey through life. It's kind of like a graduate level experience for me to use everything that I have learned and know spiritually in the last 65 years to navigate with them as they go through life. And rather than viewing things through lenses of drama and life and death, just be there on the path, contribute to their well-being as best I can. And know as consciousness, we're all connected on multiple levels. And connected as consciousness, know that all is very, very well. So if you like these videos, please share them with your family and friends and on your social media. Please click the like button and subscribe or follow. And that way you're telling the algorithm to share this far and wide and get this out to someone who really needs to see this information. And if you want a free sample of one of my consciousness techniques, click on the link below to the Skybox technique. It'll give you a drone's eye perspective of what's going on in your life today. And if you want some manifestation techniques, Manifesting Money and Miracles is my self-study course where you can learn specific techniques for energetically changing all aspects of your life. And if you want to know more, my website is joan-newcomb.com. There you can sign up for one of my personal sessions where I take a look at you as consciousness and what's going on in your life today, and then I can answer any questions you might have, whether it's about relationships or money or what's coming up in your future. And I can also talk to the deceased loved ones, and it's all recorded just for you. And if you want to learn how to do this for yourself, that is, navigate your life as consciousness with the help of some of my consciousness techniques, Manifesting Money and Miracles is a great preparation for my coaching special where I work with you one-on-one and give you specifically chosen consciousness techniques so you can transform your life. So go to my website, joan-newcomb.com, and I'll see you tomorrow in another Morning Musings.